Once upon a time, in a cozy village, there lived a woman who dreamed of having a child. One day, she visited a kind sorceress who helped her with a special magic seed. The sorceress gave her a barley seed that sparkled like a star. Delighted, the woman planted it in a flower pot, watering it every day and dreaming of the child that might grow from it. When the flower bloomed, its petals slowly opened and a tiny girl stepped inside. She was no taller than a finger, and the woman named her Thumbelina. They quickly became best friends, sharing laughter and stories in the warmth of their little home. One day, when Thumbelina was sleeping soundly, a huge, slimy toad climbed in through the open window. The horrible toad grabbed the sleeping girl and carried her away to his muddy hole near the swamp. The toad wanted her son, a clumsy little boy with big eyes, to marry Thumbelina. To keep the girl from escaping, the toad put her on a big lily leaf in the center of the swamp. However, the tiny fish that lived in the water felt sorry for her. They swam up and chewed on the lily stalk until it broke, sending Thumbelina floating downstream. While she was floating, a huge May beetle flew by. Interested in the beautiful tiny girl, he descended sharply and took her with him. There he introduced her to his friends, a group of brightly colored beetles. However, the lady beetles wiggled their antennae, saying that Thumbelina was not beautiful enough to join their circle. Chagrined, the May beetle dropped her back to the ground and flew away. Thumbelina lived alone in the forest all summer. She built herself a bed of soft leaves and petals, ate flower pollen, and drank dew. She basked in the sun and hid under the big burdock leaves when it rained. But soon the autumn winds began to blow. After experiencing hunger and cold, Thumbelina was found by a friendly field mouse. The field mouse invited her into his warm home, and they became good friends. Thumbelina helped with the household, told stories, and enjoyed a delicious meal in her cozy burrow. One day, while walking in the underground passages, Thumbelina came across an injured swallow lying cold and weak. She took care of the little bird all winter and fed it crumbs. By spring, the swallow had grown up and was able to fly again. The field mouse had a rich neighbor, a grumpy mole who was accumulating treasure. He wanted to marry Thumbelina, but she found him boring and unpleasant, full of worry about his riches. Before her planned wedding to the mole, Thumbelina asked the field mouse to let her go outside and enjoy the sunshine one last time. The field mouse agreed, and when she went outside, she saw a swallow above. Thumbelina shared her worries about being forced to marry a boring mole. The swallow offered her an opportunity to escape. "Fly with me to warmer climes," she sang. Thumbelina was filled with joy and agreed, and they set off on a wonderful journey. In a magical land full of bright colors and sparkling light, Thumbelina met a tiny king with delicate, transparent wings. It was the king of the elves, and he fell in love with her at first sight. He approached her with a kind smile and said, "Do you want to be my queen? You will be the queen of flowers and rule the magic garden with me." She agreed to marry the king of the elves, and they celebrated with all the creatures of the magical forest. In the end, Thumbelina realized that even in the face of hardship, kindness and courage would lead to joy. She found her true home and happiness among friends, in a place where she truly belonged.